Nobody to blame but
Yeah,
yourself.
I know. Yeah.
All right, let's do this. Hey, everybody. Thanks for tuning in to episode 327 of your Overseas Connection, the official podcast of the G4TE.com community. That is your gateway to a mature gaming community. I am one of your hosts today, Greg DeLacy, gamertag Murphy's Law, OC underscore Murphy's Law on Twitter. And joining us today, a fine panel of additional hosts. Starting from my left, going to my right, we have Mr. Mark Wright.
Hello, Greg. Hello, everyone. Yeah, Marcanics here on Xbox Live, PSN, Steam, and Twitters. Hope everyone's doing well.
Twitter just told me they are doing fantastic.
Good, good.
Yes.
What about the
Glad.
rest of the internet?
Horrible. They're angry, angry people.
Yeah.
Mark, glad to have you on the show.
Thank you.
All right. Also on the show, just disappearing ever so slightly, Mr. Robin Tate. Robin.
Hey everybody, how you doing? It's Bong the Scene here, Robin Tate. Hope you can hear me. Having a few bandwidth issues. I've seemed to have been lost over the last week or two, and I've ended up on all sorts of weird podcasts. But thankfully, I found my way back here through Mojo and Bosswave, and now I'm here and back. So, welcome. Hello, everybody.
Robin,
I've been watching too much Cheers.
You've been a little bit of
I've
a
been watching
whore.
Too much Cheers.
You've been a podcast whore.
I have. Yeah, well, I had to go into that 100th episode of Boss Wave. That was kind of cool. Right. And the guys over at Mojo asked me to come on as well. I think I was the fifth pick. I think they went through four other people, and they eventually try this Bongo guy. So I've had a lot of fun.
Yeah, no,
had a lot of fun.
Quite a few people actually. They said they enjoyed your stand-in for Mojo. I saw some good feedback on that.
Yeah,
Bosswave said they couldn't stand you. They didn't want you back again. But Mojo liked you.
Yeah, well, sure. They haven't got a chance to know me over at Mojo yet, so the Bosswave guys know me a bit better.
I'm just kidding you, Robin. Good to have you on the show. Hopefully, bandwidth will come back and we can see your smiling face again. Right now, we see a lovely picture of you and the kids. Yeah. Are you at a theme park? Where are you?
Which one's that?
Sorry,
I can't see what
I want to
photograph I
say
have up.
Charlie.
It's quite dark.
Yeah, there's
Charlie, Judith, and
and then I don't know who's behind.
Oh,
you.
I'll tell you what that.
Yes.
He's gone. Carry on.
All right. He's never mind. No. I don't know who that is.
I'll tell you where that is. That is at the Blue Man Group.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the Blue Man Group in Universal Studios, and the show was just about to start. So that was a wee family selfie. That's what that was.
Nice.
Oh.
Okay. Blue Man Group. It's fun show.
Yeah, good stuff. I'm going to go and shoot my son.
Okay.
And I'll be back in a minute.
All right.
Okay.
Just pull his Ethernet cable out.
Exactly. Just pull it out of the router. He will never know the difference. All right. And finally on the show today, patiently waiting her turn, Miss Nicole Radowski.
Hey, y'all. OC underscore Amaryllis on the Twitter sphere and Amaryllis on everything else.
All right.
How's everybody? Oh, my God. Why is there a phone signal?
That would be Mark Wright.
Me?
That was you.
I like it
I know.
It's not me.
I'm adding something in the show notes. What did I do there?
I don't know, but your little box lit up like a Christmas tree.
Wow.
Yes.
Sorry
One thing. That's all right. That's okay. It happens. It's the beauty of live recording.
I thought I was getting censored then, but I wasn't even swearing.
I know. We need to figure out what that censor button was. All right.
Yeah, for me.
Well, Nicole. Well, Nicole, how has your week been?
Fine. You like that?
Yes.
Fine.
I believe that wholeheartedly.
Went to the movies, took the kids to go see, took my son to go see Inside Out. It was cute.
Okay. Yeah, you recommend?
It's really good because I want to take my daughter to see it because it really was it would do her more benefit. But I had to explain because of it what puberty is to my son. It's like, oh. and he's 8.
Oh.
So he's like, "What's that word? Puberty?" And I was like, "No, it's not puberty." I said, "It's
Yeah, we're off to the pub.
puberty."
Absolutely. That's when you say, no, pub. It's a pub.
Yeah,
Yes.
no, I'm not gonna lie to the boy. So yeah, and I said, "No, it's puberty."
You
And
say
he's-
that now. You just
Oh,
wait.
that's true. Okay, I'm going to try not to lie to the boy. So, yeah, and I said, "Well, I'll explain it later." And he's like, "Well, what is it? Is it bad?" I was like, "No, it's not bad." So we get in the car, and I had to explain because we were out of the movie by then. And he's like, "Oh, I don't want to do that." I'm like, "But that's where you get your beard." He's like, "I don't need a beard."
Yeah. When we're young, we're pretty smart. So this whole growing up thing, we don't need to do it. And then suddenly we get this kick, and we're like, "Oh, I need to grow up now. I need to be older. I need to be older."
Yeah,
then-
well, he's still young enough to not want it, and I'm all for that. I'm like, be a kid
There you
as
go.
long as you can be a kid.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
My nephew's 15 now, and we're coming up again in August. And I still can't get over that his voice is broken and he's got a deep voice. It freaks me out every time I hear it. Used to his little squeaky voice, and it's not there anymore. It's
You know
growing
what?
fast, growing fast.
So listeners, they tune in to listen to us talk about video games. Of course, we're going to talk
this
about
is a family podcast.
life experiences instead. So I had the very same thing, Mark. My nephew, Austin. I remember one of my fondest memories of him was at the boardwalk in Santa Cruz, and I had to, I took him up there watching him for my sister, and so I had to change his diaper in the back of my car. And I'm like holding him out up onto the street as he's peeing because he started to pee as I was changing his diaper. So I'm just letting him pee into the wind. And he was like, I don't know, a year and a half old at that point, maybe 2. And so I have this mental image of him. He just eloped this past couple weeks, and he's 21 now. He is 6'4". I mean, he's a water polo player, and talk about the deep voice, the whole 9 yards. It's just like, holy crap, what happened? What?
And he still likes peeing in the wind.
Yeah, totally.
Probably.
Yes, absolutely.
I know my son told me, he's like, "Don't tell anybody, Mama, but I'm growing hair on my legs."
Just as long as
don't
thank God he
tell him
added
when
in
he's
the
5
legs
months
part.
I know. Yes, legs. Just his legs. Because we had that whole conversation, and I'm like, I don't want his voice to change, but it will. I mean, they got to grow up sometime.
No, they don't.
It's easier when they grow up in your face versus you see them a year after the fact, and you're like, "What the hell happened?"
Right, right.
You were just a baby, I swear.
Yes, I remember stuffing snow in your face. Now
Yes.
you're stuffing snow in my face. All right. Well, looks like we have Robin back at least through voice. Is that correct, Robin? Good.
Yep.
Good.
Awesome. Yeah, well, we'll bear with it while he's shutting down.
Got it. You had a conversation with him about the downloading of the porn.
Yes.
Okay.
It was embarrassing. I knock when I go into his room now, just in case.
Smart thing. It's a smart thing.
It will. I know. I know someday it will happen. So I'm going to try and not make that happen whatsoever. I really don't want to be there.
Yeah.
Get in the habit now.
Yeah.
Dad. Of course, that's flashbacks to what American Pie.
Dad, you're
Yes,
going too
exactly
fast
what I
for
was
me. Slow down.
Yeah.
American Pie. He's got the sock. All
The
right.
sock.
Yeah.
All right. Let us move
Yes.
on.
Pie is
Let's-
good. I like the apple pie.
Let's talk about video games. I think we have gotten into
Please.
we are dangerous territory. So before we dive too far into video games, I first would like to give a quick shout out to Exempt Mr. Fish and Simon I, both of whom recently started following us on Twitch. So a big shout out to them. Thank you for following us.
Exempt Mr. Fish. He's started sort of like appearing on the Boss Wave podcast recently, and is doing really well. He's a nice addition to the show.
All right. Well, excellent.
On Twitter, he's called Redacted.
Okay.
Elusive Man.
Now I know.
Elusive Man.
Now I know who he is.
Yeah.
Yes, me too.
Absolutely.
Like he said on Twitter. I'm like, "Oh yeah, I'm good now."
So many different usernames out there. We need to have. Here's a piece of advice to anybody, and I couldn't even follow this myself, but Twitter, gamer tags, try and keep them as close, similar as possible because it makes it 1,000 times easier than having 50 different names. So,
Absolutely.
yeah. Murphy's
That's why
Law
I'm
and
Marcanics
OC
everywhere.
_ Murphy's Law has kind of become my new favorite because typically speaking, Murphy's Law is usually taken. OC underscore Murphy's Law, usually available. So.
Which is why I did OC underscore Amaryllis, because somebody took Amaryllis spelled the way
Ooh,
I always
ooh.
spell it. And I'm like, who the hell? And she doesn't
Robin.
even use it.
Sorry.
Robin. No. It was a woman, and she's like tweeted 2 things. I just could kill her.
So you just send her hate tweets? Are you
No.
harassing her?
No, I'm being nice.
All right.
Yeah.
For now.
For now.
I set up a batch from Destination Gamer told me about the player.me site. Where
Right.
You can meet new players. So I set up a G4TE group on there. And someone had already taken the name G4TE, but they hadn't set up a profile, they haven't got any followers, they're not following anyone. So they just created an account with G4TE, took the name, and that's it. So I've had to call it G4TE.com. So, it's crazy how people nick all the names and never use the accounts.
Exactly.
I like that. Nick all the names.
Nick all
Yeah,
the names.
I know. I
Exactly.
had to think about that for like, what did we do
British
with my name?
Steel.
I understand that, but all my friends call me Nick. So
Right.
Yeah.
And then you have Knickers. I'm just saying, it's confusing.
Knickers. Great.
Yeah.
That's a horrible word. I don't like that word.
You don't like Knickers?
Yeah, I do, but I don't like the word. Plus, they're better off.
I don't mind them, but they get stuck in my teeth.
Oh my god. I really wish I could see his face so I know when those are coming.
No, I don't want the visual. I don't want the visual. All right. Let's talk games, guys. Let's talk about what we have or in some cases have not been playing this past week. I will start first. I will take the lead. So The Witcher 3 and Elite Dangerous have been the 2 games that have actually... Well, I take it back. And I also got in the golf club now that I think back on it. We'll go over the golf club because we'll talk about that a little later on. Witcher 3 has really been the game I've been playing. I've been just playing a ton of it, but got to a rather difficult... I'll call it a boss fight just because it's the end of a quest where there's a boss character that I have to fight, and I am tempted to lower my difficulty. I'm also tempted to just walk out of the particular cave that I'm in and come back to it later and just finish this quest, because I have tried beating this particular boss now. I'd say it's probably close to 20 times now, and have had no success. I was getting close. I had it down to about a quarter health left, and stuff just went sideways. And
I hate that.
yeah.
I hate that for you because I can feel your pain.
Yep. And what makes it worse is I'm pretty sure the thing that I need, how you can add different oils to your weapons. There's a oil that would combat against this thing in particular, and I have not found the oil not oil manual, the recipe for it yet. So I can't make it yet. So yeah, a little frustrated, but I soldier on. Elite Dangerous, played a little bit of that. Robin,
That's
you and I,
addictive, isn't it?
yeah. Well, Robin and I were talking about this earlier. So we both have done similar things, Robin, where we have started to play this game and then stopped for a little while and then come back to it and stopped and come back to it. And it feels like every time I stop and come back to it, I kind of have to start over again because it is complex. There is a lot to it. You can't, it's not one of those things that it's real simple pick up and play. You have to devote a certain amount of attention to it. You can't just haphazardly jump in and be like, "Oh, I'm going to fly my spaceship." You'll die pretty quick.
Mm.
So yeah.
How are you guys playing that? What sort of like role is sort of like thing?
The role I've been playing.
Are you
has
smuggling
been,
or
no, actually, Mark, I've been playing the training cadet. I've now redone the training
You've not gone
twice.
in the big wide world yet? Well,
I
big
have
wide
not.
universe
No,
yet?
I've been scared. I've been scared. I've been scared to do it. So yeah, I've been tempted, and I almost did it this last time, but then I thought, you know what? I never did the landing and takeoff tutorials. And
I've got used to. Yeah, I've got used to that now.
Well, I freshened up on some of the combat stuff, and then I was like, well, okay, I'm going to do the landing and takeoff tutorial, so I finally figured that out. And then once I do that, I'm going to go out into the big wide world. Did the takeoff tutorial, no problem. Got myself up and going. I'm like, sweet. Went to do the landing tutorial. I get in there. I'm pretty sure I was where I was supposed to be for landing.
Yeah, but it won't
And-
let you dock.
No, it wasn't letting me dock.
I know
And then the
I know
stupid
exactly
timer
what you
starts
did
coming
wrong.
down, and I'm like,
Yep.
they're really going to shoot me because I didn't land fast enough?
Yeah.
And sure enough.
Did- Yeah, what it is you're probably facing 180 degrees the wrong way. I did that a few times until I
Son
figured
of
that
a
out.
bitch.
As soon as you're facing the right way, you can see on the little radar map the position of your ship.
Right.
And once you're facing the right way, as soon as you're hovering fractionally above it, it'll just automatically dock. Yeah, I had that problem.
So you're not supposed to go in facing it. You're supposed to actually turn back around.
You're going facing it where the number is, the holographic number.
Okay.
With your docking pad, you have to land on the right docking pad.
That might have also been the problem. I mean,
Yeah,
have been at the right
and there's
docking
usually
pad.
3 or 4 docking pads inside the station.
Right.
So it'll say you have to request permission to dock, don't you? Did you know that?
No.
Right. Well, that's one of the problems. Yeah, you have to request permission to dock, and then you might not have to in the tutorial, but it'll tell you what docking pad to go to.
Okay. So, I mean, I pretty much just like drove into the parking lot. I saw a spot, and I'm like, I'm going to go to that spot.
Yeah,
and
I'm
then
having that.
the police showed up, and they're like, no,
Yeah.
we're just
No,
going to shoot you.
So
That's reserved, motherfucker. Get out.
landing on your nose is not the right thing. Then like
No.
straight down that was wrong too.
Yeah.
I mean, I played it quite a bit, and then I left it for a week or two, and I forgot all controls.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go through all the tutorials again. Yeah.
Yeah. A little tip for you guys then. Once you start buying upgrades for your ship, as well as your weapon pods, you've got some utility pods at the back.
Right.
Some ships have 1 and some have 2. You can actually buy an auto docking unit module. So
Straight
it'll
away.
dock for
Dock
you.
computer.
Yeah.
Now, wait a minute, though. But does that take the place of, isn't there a, I'll just, for lack of a better way to put it, because I don't know the term for it, but like a loot scoop that you can deploy?
No, I think you still have that because I've got that.
Okay.
Well, I've got my 2 utilities. I've got because I'm doing bounty hunting. I find that quite fun and it's quite lucrative for money wise. And so I've got this extra scanner which will scan wanted people, and if they're wanted in different star systems, I'll get that bounty as well as the one what's in this star system. So I get more money. And the other one I've got, I can't remember what that one now. It's another sort of scanner. So
Is there a
Well, yeah,
job
you-
being a bus driver? I think that's the job I need.
yeah, there will be. I think that's what Filthy's doing. He's smuggling people, isn't he?
All right,
Slavery.
I'll take that. I'll take
Slave-
slaver. No.
Slave trader. So, Chapstickle in the chat wants to see my T-shirt. This is the T-shirt my lovely wife bought me recently. It's
Nice.
Yes,
What's
show
under
us your
the
boobs.
t-shirt?
No, leave the
Shows your
T-shirt on,
boobs,
Mark.
man.
Leave
Get
the
them
T-shirt on.
man. Come
Leave,
on.
no,
there you go, Chapstick.
Come on.
Robin, no.
Yeah.
Oh, I just imagine playing basketball with you, like 1-on-1, and bumping up against you. And
What
Okay,
movie,
Robin,
what
that's-
movie was that, by the way? That's from a movie. I
Yeah.
want to say it was like not Will Smith,
No, it's the other goofy-looking guy.
Anchorman guy.
Something about Mary. Something about Mary, is it? Yeah.
Oh, maybe.
Oh, Ben
It's
Stiller.
something about Mary. Yeah, Ben Stiller. Something about Mary. He goes to play basketball or with the guy with the teeth.
Yep.
Yeah.
And he's all sweaty and hairy, and he's
And
all
there's a big, and they play against a big fat guy. Yeah, Class.
awesome. Yes.
That's just that'd be us. That would be us.
Totally.
That'd be brittle.
Okay, so what else were you playing, Greg?
that was
Swiftly moving
yes. Swiftly moving on.
Wait,
That was
the-
pretty much it for me. I thought about diving in on some of the Xbox Live sales stuff. Mark, you and I were talking about this, but
Yeah.
I realized that I've got so much still to play that I'm just I
fallen foul.
yeah. I held off. Plus, I
The
know
only thing-
some
The
of
only
arcade
thing what
stuff.
sort of like
coming up.
I'd pick up is the Lego Batman 3 because I love my Lego games. And that's 75% off, but it's
Right.
still £15. It's tempting.
It is tempting.
Mm.
Tempting. All right.
No, I bought
Speaking.
Far Cry 4 and Lego.
That's a great game, isn't it?
Lego something.
Yeah.
Lego
I
Batman.
thought
Oh,
about
did you get
Far
the
Cry
Batman?
4.
Yeah.
I almost.
F1's out
Pulled the
today. I
trigger
can't
out.
afford it, and I want it so bad.
We're just going to talk about all the games we can't have.
I
Yeah.
know.
All right.
It's a girls. Just all they need is tea and blue hair.
Nicole, show us how it's done.
No.
But do tell us what you've been playing this past week, please.
That I can do.
Okay.
I did play a little more Witcher, got frustrated, quit it, went and played Minecraft. I actually played Minecraft with my son and got him a sub account set up on the PlayStation,
Okay.
which that was a pain in my ass.
Really?
I forgot how hard it was. Well, you have to
Really?
you set it up on the PlayStation, and then you have to go to the PC because certain things have to be done through PlayStation Network PC only. And then you can go back and finish setting it up. And I'm like, you bunch of rat bastards. I just want him to play.
Right.
So we got him set up, and they wouldn't let him use any of the names that he had picked out. So that was kind of a pain in the butt.
So what did he end up with? Actually, no, never mind. We don't want to
Yeah,
broadcast the underage gamer
No.
tag.
It was something cool. We'll just go with that.
Spelled Kewl.
No. I mean, it was cool.
I know, I'm joking.
But I actually, because we have all the free games coming out, which you guys were just so discussing, I got the Telltale game, Game of Thrones,
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
and I played that. And what it was, I was like, I hate this game. I don't like the way it does. And I'm over here bitching about the whole game, and then it ended up I had played it for 2 hours.
Have you got to the end of the first episode yet?
I have no idea.
No, you would know. You would know. You
Okay.
would know. Okay.
No spoilers, I've not played that yet.
Yeah, please
no
don't.
spoilers.
Well, the game itself is, I don't like looking at my character. I want to be the character. I don't want to look at it. So
So you're more of a
around
fan?
the room-
Are you more of a fan of first-person games as opposed to third-person, Nicole?
I guess I don't want to stare at myself. I'm like, I'm some goofy kid, some little boy that can't wield a sword. I don't want to look at him.
If you're not
Oh,
beefy,
well,
brawny,
you
and
get-
wielding a chainsaw gun.
That's
Okay,
pretty
well, you
much
do
it,
get
yeah.
opportunity to play with lots of other characters, so it does swap
Well, I
throughout
did-
different episodes and different. You jump.
I was a
from person
girl
to
for a
person.
while too. She's very pretty, but I don't want to stare at her either.
Oh well, I
We
don't
do.
mind her.
But I did find when they did a very good job trying to match the characters to the actual people. They got
Peter,
Let's see.
so you're talking about cast characters.
yes.
So every once in a while, I know the cast characters make appearances in Game of Thrones. They're not part of the main story, but like Peter Dinklage, every once in a while, it makes an appearance. I believe.
He looks like Peter Dinklage. The little character that they created. But he really does look. The game character looks like the actual person, and
Okay.
I was very impressed with that.
Who? Which one?
Peter Dinklage.
Don't say it.
it again.
Don't say it.
Good.
Ding,
No,
ding,
we-
ding,
nope,
ding,
we're
ding,
good. Seriously looks like total and complete crap. And I
What
didn't-
about? So Cersei does?
Yeah, Lady Marjorie looked absolutely fabulous, boobs and all, because she's always got the low cut shirts.
She's got them.
And I was cracking up though because she looks like somebody drew a lace pattern across her chest when they were doing the coloring, and that was the only thing I could nitpick about her. But the characters actually look pretty good. I was impressed with how close they look to the actual people. So, but I don't know. I really just don't want to stare at myself. That was my only nitpick with that whole thing, and 900 little cutscenes. Because I had only played one other of the Telltale type games like this.
Okay.
The Walking
Dead?
Dead very
Yeah.
first episode, and I think I could find the controls too confusing. I don't want to be told all of a sudden you have to roll left or roll right, and I'm like apparently don't.
You're
know
you're
what
not a
to-
fan of QuickTime events.
No, not
Yeah.
at all.
Okay.
It's just there's nothing quick up here anymore. I'm getting too old.
Well played. Well played.
Well, I think there's an awful lot less of that sort of thing in Game of Thrones than there was in Walking Dead and stuff like that. There's an awful lot less gameplay in these. There's an awful lot more watching and just
Right.
quick button press for decision.
I'm
And I really like that. I don't mind
Yeah.
that. That's okay. I'm all right.
Because it's I'm kind of reliving. It's reminding me of other aspects of the actual series, and I'm like, oh yeah.
Robin,
So-
did you ever play Metal Gear Solid
Yeah.
4?
Which one was that?
That was the one with
It's
the
PS3 exclusive.
gazillion hours of
No.
cutscenes.
Cutscenes, yeah.
You'd be
No.
happy. You'd be
And the
happy.
loading screens were him smoking and
Yeah.
Yeah.
You could
No,
you
I
could
wasn't.
vape, and Snake could be doing his thing with cigarettes. You guys could just be sharing one.
Yeah.
It's a
Smoosh.
joke that went nowhere. Nicole,
Smoosh.
what else? What else? Talk to me,
Smoosh.
Nicole.
No, so I'm like that was it. I mean, I didn't do a lot this because it's summer.
It's
I'm not gonna.
It's true.
You
It
would
is
think
summer.
I would have more time, but I actually have less because we're always going off doing something, me and the kids. So
Okay.
that is it.
All right.
Oh, I did have a question though. If y'all know about the PlayStation View, sorry,
Yes.
Mhm.
What
they're
about it?
doing Showtime free trial.
Okay.
So I'm going to test that out. I just downloaded it just before the podcast started, and I want to see what I can see on Showtime for 30 days.
Dexter.
You could
I've
see
already
all
seen
kinds of stuff,
Dexter.
Nicole, depending on what time you watch Showtime. If you watch Showtime late nights, you're going to see quite a bit.
Yeah.
Is
Oh,
Outlander
yeah?
on that one?
Yeah. I'm sorry?
Is Outlander on Showtime?
I don't know.
That guy has a nice arse. Oh my
arse.
Oh, because he's
late night.
Scottish. It's an arse.
Yeah.
Oh, see, late night here at like 12 o'clock, I only get 10 minutes before it all gets scrambled. It's terrible. Neighbours' wives, then 10 minutes in and scrambled. Oh, no. What do you do? Pay the money. Pay the money. No. Thank God for RedTube. Anyway, carry on.
Yep. Next.
Next, Robin, what have you played?
Okay. What have I been doing? I've been all over the place.
Which is not surprising, by the way.
Episode 3. Yeah, I know, because I've played with them all. Tales of the Borderlands, episode 3 came out week before last, so I got to play it there through the week there, and it's bro. I had no interest in a storyline for Borderlands. But this is fantastic. These are great characters, great storytelling. It's funny. It makes me chuckle. There's good characters in it. It's not for kids. It's not as bad as Game of Thrones, but it is very good, and it's brilliant. A real bongo recommend for Tales from the Borderlands, and it is part of that big cheapy package that you can get still, which is still available. You can get everything, all of the Telltale games for next to nothing. Part of me wants to save them up to play all in one go, but I just can't resist playing it because it's just so good. So Tales from the Borderlands is cool.
It's
Funny.
very easy to do, Robin. All you do is don't pin them. Just don't pin them to your dashboard. You forget you have them. Then all the episodes come out. You search your mind.
no.
That's you're like, holy crap! I've got this. That's how I played Wolf Among Us.
I don't know if it's just me. I've heard Chinny say he does this as well, but I don't like playing these until all the episodes are
Yep.
out because I like to binge on
Yes.
Yep, I'm right there with you.
Yes.
them. Yeah, because I did that with Wolf Among
Yeah.
Us on PS3 because that was on offer once towards the season pass, and I played the first 3 episodes because they were all out of the time, and waiting for episodes 4 and 5 it threw me out of the story a little bit, so I won't do that again.
Yeah.
I have no self-control, but you see, I can't wait. I can't wait.
We
to play
know.
it.
We know.
No self-control. Okay, I went back to Diablo again, an old favorite. I was about a third of the way through my hardcore play. To explain what hardcore is, you have to play the whole game without dying. I know, Mark, I think you did
Yeah.
this.
No, I've not
And-
finished it actually. I'm on end of Act 2 on my PS4 game. But I've started playing that again on the Xbox One because Greg already owned it, so it's
Oh,
on my
brilliant.
Xbox now. So if you want to co-op on that, I'll love that game.
Okay.
I absolutely
it's
love
brilliant. Really good. It's you can. It's not that it's brainless, but you can just sort of fall into it and kill monsters, and the monsters are great and
It's
pretty.
pretty close
And
to brainless. It is.
And there's loads of loot. I
Yeah,
love the loot.
it's there's tons of loot. There's lots of stuff to do and manage.
Is that an insult? Is that an insult thrown my way?
Not at all. Not at all. It
not
is.
if,
It
not
is.
if you play on torment levels, it's not
No.
easy.
Yeah.
No, it's not. But the hardcore thing brings a whole new dimension to it. Oh,
Yeah, it
shit.
does, When your health starts depleting and it's
yeah.
flashing red, you think, oh crap, I've got to get away from this because otherwise that's
dear.
it. Game over.
Yeah. So very, very good. And some of the big achievements are popping for me now. There's not that many left, actually. Yeah, so I finished the main game, and then there was the Diablo 3, the Reaper of Souls. So I finished the main game on hardcore, and now I'm going through the Reaper of Souls bit on hardcore as well. But I think that's going to be one of those ones I will just keep on going back to and going back to.
Right.
It's been well looked after. There's been great extras in it. I know.
Keep updating it as well, don't they? They keep
Yeah.
doing modifying the loot drops and everything. So yeah, they are supporting it.
Yeah, didn't
Well,
they
remember-
wasn't there just a big update that came
Yeah.
out?
Yeah.
All right.
I know in some of the We Are Epic videos there, Filthy put one up, and I'm going, what the hell is this? And it had one of the not mods, but one of the modes in it. It was like he was riding unicorns, and there was pretty rainbows and
Oh, yeah,
candy, and yeah,
That's a hidden cow level, in it.
Yeah,
So
so I haven't got
there
that.
are no cows in the level, and then you find this. Yeah, there's a certain way of finding it. I can't remember how to do it now.
So I want to go and do that in that. So that's just a great game I went back to. And I've also played some more Project Cars. I gotta say, I play it and do 6 or 8 races, and then I go, okay, enough.
What do you think of this patch? Because I've tried this patch.
Yeah, I mean it's driving well, but
Yeah.
it ain't Forza.
I don't find the interface of that game to really be
no.
all that conducive to playing a ton.
Mm.
At least single player. You know, when you have a group that is racing, that's one thing. But if you're going in and you're kind of trying to grind through the career, the UI in Project Cars to me is it's boring.
Yeah.
Buzz, you're talking about menus. The gameplay itself,
Oh, it is.
I must be in the minority on this one as well, because I prefer the gameplay in Project Cars to Forza. I think it's more realistic. It just feels better to me. I don't know why. It's harder as well.
Yeah, I did get away from the karts finally. I actually did the
Well, I never
the F
played
series.
the carts.
Yeah, you're
Yeah,
lucky.
well, I've done the karts. I know I'm on the Super Kart Championship at the moment
Yeah.
thing, and it's not so bad actually. The first week karts were very hard, but these aren't so bad. I just don't know. It feels very like Toka. If you can remember way back in Wayback World, the Toka touring cars back on the computer, and it
Yeah,
just
I do remember.
handles
Yeah, I got
very
me
very
seeing
quite
it.
twitchy and very positive control handles like that, but. There's just for me, and I love the tracks. I quite like the cars, the interfacing. I can live with that. That's it's not the end of the world, but it's just something lacking in it for me. So
So
I
they
look
fixed
forward
the
to.
stuttering now. The stuttering and the juddering on the Xbox One, they fixed that now.
Yeah, that's pretty much all gone. I haven't noticed it at all anymore.
Yeah. And I'm really excited because the Henwood's doing a Project Cars League, the first one we've had. It's all been on Forza before now, and that starts on Sunday. And we're doing Formula Gulf, and that is a great little car to start with. It's open wheel, and it's not obviously it's Formula One. It's a lower spec version, but it's still a really cool car, and it's a nice sort of like one to sort of like wet your feet on,
Right.
dabble into. Yeah, so I'm looking forward to that Sunday night. So if anyone wants to play Project Cars in a league, just contact the Henwood. We're starting this Sunday. I think it's
that would be fun.
8 p.m., 9 p.m. GMT.
That would be fun.
Okay.
So, well, one of the things that I did after E3 was I threw my money at the screen for Forza 6. And I'm ashamed to say that I threw all of the money at the screen to get the little crown. So I bought the top tier
The Ultimate
pack,
Edition.
the Ultimate Edition. I did. I'm
What-
sorry. but
What comes
want-
with the Ultimate Edition, Robin? Please.
I don't know. A little crown that sits beside your name that
you
says
get
you're a
all-
noob and dick.
You get all these initial DLC packs. You get extra cars. If I ever get, I've always had the VIP packs for Forza. Those are the only ones where I think they are worth it.
Yeah.
And I think we need to talk about this, Greg, because I've been doing some research to find out.
I want some money.
No, I've been doing some research to find out if, because obviously with the game sharing, if the VIP status will work for both of us, and apparently it will. So we need to talk which version we're getting.
We'll talk. We'll talk. I'll have my people contact your people.
Yeah.
Here's a question.
So-
I'll
Forza
get the lawyers
6
to contract to
Yeah.
do a contract up.
is Forza 6. Are they doing kind of the Halo thing where all the tracks are going to be free and it's just the cars that you're going to pay for?
Well, yeah, that was always the way. I don't think. You
Well,
ever
it
bought
wasn't
tracks.
always the way.
No,
in
the
previous
charge-
Forza
Did
accounts,
they tracks?
they had charged for tracks, and then Forza 5, I think, was in Forza 4. I think towards the end they started giving some of the tracks away free, and then
okay, I
Forza
remember.
5, I believe all those tracks came out free. I don't think
Yeah,
they charged
5
for any of
they
the
did, yeah.
tracks on 5. So I just
Is
want to
it
make
4?
sure that was going to happen with 6 as well.
Didn't they charge for Nürburgring pack on one of them, 3 or 4?
Yeah, maybe. Can't remember.
Mm.
Parsnip says they had DLC tracks on
Oh, I
Forza
think that
2.
was 4.
Forza 2.
I think
That's
Forza
gonna be-
4 though, Nürburgring.
Yeah, I'm sure it was 4.
Yeah, I think that came out
With
and they
the
were saying it was
castles.
going to be charged.
And Step
I
J
don't
is
think-
saying that he thinks that the Forza 6 weather tracks are locked. And and Step J, well, he's an expert now because he's been on Boss Wave, so he must know.
Yeah. You know
'cause
what?
That's a
He-
professional podcast.
He's not
So-
allowed to talk because I don't believe he participated in this week's golf challenge.
No, well, he's got a good
he
excuse,
yeah.
that, Rick. Yep.
Yeah,
We
He's
can
got
give him
a
a pass
good
on.
Oh, fine.
yeah. We're coming.
Fine, Step J, you get
Well,
a pass.
He
Well, you
has
see-
to, he has
Had
to
a
do
pass.
something quite painful. I'll just
There was one
leave it
other
at that.
thing that I did because, well, to have that excellent Forza 6 pack with all the things in it, I need to be a pro and I need to be really expert.
Oh shit, you
So
bought a
I
wheel.
No,
You bought a
no
cockpit.
worse than. No, because the
Well,
wheel,
racing
the wheel.
seats and
Somebody,
the wheel.
somebody bought a wheel this week and it
Yeah.
looks fantastic. It was
You
a
bought a
Gonzo,
seat.
it looks wow.
Yeah, Monty. But that was just an
I-
add-on for his existing wheel.
I've pre-ordered an Elite controller.
Oh, okay, all right, that's not bad.
Okay.
I was actually spending a lot more of your money than you were, Robin. So I was ready to have you spend quite a bit.
That is a
Yeah,
lot
so I
of
got.
controller.
Yeah, it is. It is.
But I can take the knobs off. Put the knobs back on.
I could take the
And I've got
knobs
extra
off.
things underneath. Oh yeah. That
My,
thing's
You're
so
a little
sexy.
too excited about
I-
playing with knobs.
Yeah, I had
No,
I've
no,
got a
I'm not
Razer.
excited. It's just an everyday occurrence.
Yeah, I've got a Razer Sabertooth for the 360, and that's got programmable buttons underneath and that, and it's a great little controller. But it just won't work on the frigging Xbox One.
So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. I think that's October or something that comes. So yeah. Yes,
Yeah, I don't think I
Chapstick. It's a
can afford that
$150 controller. Yes, my God, what did I do?
That's
$150
just-
controller and 100 was it 110 or $120 worth of Forza?
Yeah, that's was saying. He says October's going to be a $500 gaming month for him.
Yeah, I hope you like Forza, Robin.
Well, I will get my money's worth out of it. If it's anything like Forza 5,
Right.
which was some people say incomplete product, I had so much fun with it. And Forza 4, I'll get my money out of it. So, yes. Okay, so what else was I doing? What else was I doing? The other thing that I was doing, I have these great games to play at the moment. I've got Far Cry 4 that I bought in the sale. I've still got that game that I bought in America. There are two of them to finish. I've got GTA to finish, and I've got
Dying Light.
Dying
Light.
Light.
Yeah, I've
And-
not touched that again for a while.
I was looking at them going, I'm going to start something new. I'm going to start something new. I'm going to start something new. So I put on Lego the movie, the video game. Yay! Everything is
Everything is
awesome.
You know what? That movie was not that great.
It was.
No, it was not. I watched that movie. It was good. It was not as great as everybody made it out to be. I was, my expectations were up here, and it came in about here.
Yep.
Yeah.
I
Well,
agree.
that's where we differ because my expectations were down here, and it was up there for me.
Yeah, and maybe that's the way, maybe I should have gone and seen it when it first came out and had the low expectations, but I mean, everybody had pumped it up being this great movie. Oh my God, it's so great. And I watched it and I was like, yeah, okay.
When she flicked her plastic hair, she had. Okay, I liked the movie, but at the end of it, I thought this last 15 minutes is completely and utterly pointless, and they should have cut it all out. The whole bit about reality, they could have cut all that out. That was the only criticism I have of it. But saying that, The video game is light, it's fun, and it's not too taxing, and I enjoy the Lego games, so I'm going to rattle through that. And I've
Okay.
got Lego Batman 3 now. The kids always play. I've also got the other one, Lego Marvel Superheroes, which I haven't touched either, and
Oh,
the kids play
yeah,
it
that's
nearly
good.
every
Yeah.
play it nearly every day. So so that's been me. I started Unfinished Swan and a few other bits and pieces at the moment. Because I've now switched my PlayStation on again now that the Gamer Score Challenge is over. But I've been a bit over the place. Again, summertime, very busy work wise, but enjoying the gaming that I can grab. And that's about me. That's what I've been doing. Yeah.
All right. Cool. Mark, did we cover everything already for you?
No, well, yeah, just a little bit of Project Cars. Just we got together last Sunday, just had a few laps just to sort of like get back into it because we haven't played it for a while. But yeah, this week it's been quiet gaming for me. I've been playing the GOL, the game of life. Real life's just got in the way this week. I've just not touched the consoles at all. So yeah,
Okay.
quick segment for me this week.
Game of life. That is one of the tougher games to play. Let me tell you.
Yeah.
And no real achievements, man.
No trophies or gamer score for this fucker.
Serious, life would be so much better if you just like walked in. You know, you're making your morning coffee, and it's like victory achieved. You know, it just pops up in front of the coffee maker.
Does it not?
My
it
son
does.
should get that achievement. He's made my coffee 2 mornings in a row
No.
and done well. I know.
Oh, honey, that's a great cup of coffee.
About the closest
goodness.
thing I get, the closest thing I get to the victory achieved pop up is my wife walking around the corner, seeing the coffee made, saying, "Oh, thank God."
That's cool.
It'd be great at work. So if I finish a job and I hand in my keys and my job card, I'll get a trophy back for it. It's like, yeah, congratulations, you got a silver trophy for servicing brake pads.
Right. Instead, you get that finally.
Yeah, no, yeah, I just get now. There's your next job.
Right.
Welcome.
All right.
Thank
Well,
God you didn't crush that one.
shit.
Shots
Once.
Shots fired indeed. Well,
I should
speaking
never told you now.
speaking of shots being fired, the news quiz. The news quiz.
Oh no.
Yes.
Yes.
There was some news this past week. We've got
Was
a
there?
news quiz. Let's take a look at the leaderboard real quick. For those that don't know, every week we strive to have a news quiz, and all of our different podcast members take part in it. Every once in a while, I even take part in it. I think I've actually had 2 news quizzes, one which I won, and one in which Fraser Moores rigged the damn thing to where I couldn't win. Yeah, Wii Sports, it is an IP, Fraser Moores. Yeah. But so right now, I am in the guest spot, so I share that. And we have 1 point. We are tied with Robin Tate at 1 point. Fraser sitting at 2.5 points. Then we have Mike Chin at 3 points. Then we have a tie for second place right now with Nicole and Richard Webster, both having 4.5 points. And the leader of the news quiz so far, Mr. Mark Wright, sitting in at 6.5 points. Yes.
Wow.
So, well done so far.
Round of applause.
And let's dive into
Back
it.
door.
Got the new news quiz format. So there are 3 different sections that you will be getting questions for. Announcements, which basically are any kind of announcements around dates or titles being announced. There's features, leaks, and interviews, which is kind of a catch-all category, but specific game modes, leaked game modes, but not necessarily confirmed, or interviews with developers, that kind of thing. And then numbers, our favorite category. Anything to do with numbers. It can be financial, it can be ranking, it can be number of players. It's numbers. So there we go. With that said, I think we are going to have Robin go first, then it will be Nicole, and then Mark.
Yay, I'm the monkey in the middle.
I didn't want to say it, but yes. I was going to say something completely different, but it's probably best
A
that I
rose
didn't.
between 2 thorns.
Aww,
Nice.
good suck up, Mark.
Very good,
That's
Mark.
why I love you.
Better than my Oreo cookie comment. Okay. All right,
And
Robin.
I'll keep on shoveling the shit.
Shoveling this shit. Robin, your first question is a numbers question. Now, you have nothing to gamble with. Remember, if you get a point off of a question on the next question, you can potentially gamble that to earn more points. But for now, you're just looking to earn your first point. There are 3 questions for each of you, by the way, so keep that in mind as you are gambling.
3.
Robin, numbers question for
There's
you.
3 questions.
3 questions, and I suppose I can put this into the chat so people at home can play along and see that Mark or Robin Tate was 1 minute away at some point. All right, Robin, your first question. Here we go.
First question.
Robin, how much potentially will EA have to pay out to current and former college athletes? Is it A, $50 million, B, $60 million, or C, $70 million? Dun, da, da, da. I'm always reminded, by the way, that your little crown that you put on your head, there was an old Imperial margarine commercial that would roll out in the United States, and they would eat this margarine, and suddenly it would be all dun, da, da, dun, and a crown would appear on their head, and it's just straight up, that's you.
That's me. Okay, it's my thinking. It's my thinking hat. I'm thinking hat. To current, I have no idea about this here. So
That's us thinking you're a fool. Go ahead.
70 million. $70 million.
Robin Tate,
Robin
you
Tate.
are
You're right.
wrong. No, Robin. In fact, it was the monkey in the middle. $60 million. EA is set to pay athletes over $60 million after a lawsuit settlement takes action for using the likeness without permission of these different college athletes. Thousands of current and former college athletes could receive money as a result of the settlement. And so there you go. EA having to pony up. It's about 16,200 sportsmen claiming their likeness to be potentially used. So the range of reward will be anywhere from $1,000 to potentially up to $6,700. So there you go.
Okay.
Or I suppose I should have said
sportsman.
6,700 or 6,700. That would be the proper way to say that. All right. Well, Robin, that is not the right way to start off this quiz. Let me just tell you that right now.
Don't worry, Robin. I'm following in your footsteps.
Following in your footsteps. No
Time for
crown.
the rose.
No
Get
crown
the
on your head,
rose up
Nicole.
there.
Nicole, you have an announcement question. I know you are so excited for this, Nicole.
I'm just shaking in my boots with excitement.
Nicole, in fact, San Diego Comic-Con going on as we speak is kicked off. For this question, Nicole, Capcom has announced their San Diego Comic-Con plans that include 2 panels. 2 panels. Which of these is not a panel that they will be hosting at San Diego Comic-Con? Is it A, Street Fighter V, B, Resident Evil Apocalypse, or C, World of Capcom? Which one of those is not a panel they
These
are
kind of questions.
hosting?
I really would like them to not be hosting World of Capcom because that just seems so gay. Sorry. But it's just one of those that's so ridiculous as possible. I hate that. But I'm going to go with it anyway because I can. And because I want to follow in Robin's footsteps. Don't you like how that works?
So your answer is that they are not hosting World of Capcom, but they are indeed having Street Fighter V and Resident Evil Apocalypse as panels.
Sure.
Well, Nicole,
Probably
congratulations. You are following in Robin's footsteps.
Yep.
World of
I should've
Capcom
gone.
indeed is one of the panels they are hosting, along with a Street Fighter V panel.
I knew it. I was like, man, I should have gone with Resident Evil. God damn it.
Yes.
But I'm trying to set up a play date for my son right now, too.
Well,
I'm
there you go.
multitasking.
Multitasking, clearly. Along with those 2 panels, they will have for the first time publicly playable at San Diego Comic-Con Resident Evil 0, Mega Man Legacy Collection, and Street Fighter V. So there we go. And we are off to a crazy fast start with Robin and Nicole both laying some goose eggs. Mark, this leaves the door
Swat.
wide open for you.
Yeah.
Robin is going to swat you, Mark. All right. Mark, your question is a features, leaks, and interviews question. Let me get that queued up for you there. Here we go. Mark, what was the reasoning given as to why the console version of The Witcher 3 won't be getting patch 1.06? And they're currently on patch 1.05. Is it A, CD Projekt Red has no further patches for console specifically planned? B, CD Projekt Red wants to remove any element of confusion compared to PC? Or C, CD Projekt Red has a superstition around anything numbered 1.06?
That's just
I'm going to do a
106.
Robin now.
Sorry,
There we go.
106. Nice.
I know about the Witcher DLC, how big that's going to be.
I like your birds.
Yeah.
Oh, you need Kim. Kim would know this. Super Kim would know this.
Yeah, the DLC, I know how big that's going to be, but
Right.
I don't... Now, the Polishies guys, aren't they? So it's quite a
Hey!
superstitious... What? No, I'm not looking. I'm just saying they're quite superstitious, aren't they, with the numbers and stuff. I don't
Good
know.
plumbers.
I'm just
Good
going to
plumbers.
guess at superstition.
Okay. Guessing at superstition gets you tied with Robin and Nicole.
Yeah.
Yes, in an official forum post, CD Projekt Red has stated the PS4 and Xbox versions will basically not be numbered 1.06, and it will be 1.07 because they just want to get all the confusion out of the way, and they want to get everybody on the same page for patch numbers. So there we go. Fantastically played, Mark. You have really leveled the playing field.
Yeah.
All right,
I've
moving.
got a chance, haven't I?
That's exactly what you were doing there, clearly. Robin, the door is wide open, Robin. Here we go. You have a numbers question,
Okay.
Robin.
Numbers?
Aren't you excited for numbers? Yes.
Oh, two right.
Numbers coming
digits,
your way.
ones, twos, threes, fours, five. I know all about digits. Ones, sevens, eights. I know them all.
Robin, what does racking up 50,700 charges of illegal activity get you in a Finnish
I
court?
know this.
Julius Zekil Kivmiakaya, sure, was recently found guilty of those charges that included felony payment fraud, company data breaches, and telecommunication harassment. This, of course, was the one of the Lizard Squad members that was caught as part of the big Sony and Microsoft DDoS attacks.
Lizard.
So, did his convictions get him A, 2 years in prison with possible parole in 1 year, B, 2 years suspended sentence and community work, or C, 2-year mandatory counseling with no prison time?
Well, they were really, really hard on this man. You know, he got everything he deserved, and he got a 2-year suspended sentence and some community work for ruining everybody's Christmas. What a
Robin
bugger.
Tate, well done,
And
yes!
he laughed about it.
Have you heard the latest stuff?
And the rest of the Lizard Squad laughed about it.
They've
What
had
did
him
they-
back in court,
what-
haven't
what-
they?
what-
And they've done him on something else about harassing girls, and he's gone to prison now.
Oh, really?
That's what I've read, anyway.
Oh,
Well, I know he
Well, that's
actually still
ridiculous.
faces a number of charges outside
Yeah.
of these charges, so
Yeah.
he's
Yeah.
in for the long haul. Plus,
Yeah.
the Sony former president, I can't remember his name right now off the top of my head, that he basically had sent the bomb threat against his plane that got his plane grounded.
Oh, yeah, diverted it. And
Yeah.
thing, didn't they? Yeah.
He now basically is saying he is going to go after him in civil court, and pretty much was calling him out on Twitter and had quite a few negative things to say, especially after this information was found out.
I suppose if he's been found guilty, even though he got a stupid sentence, Sony's got quite a good case civil-wise, haven't they? Because he's already been found guilty once. So.
Yes. Yeah, and it's interesting. You just see the differences between the Finnish court and the U.S. American court, because some other hackers from the U.S. Courts have actually found their way into prison, and their charges not nearly as extensive as this kid's charges. So it's
and that other guy, you know, that
Robin, you just went
It's frozen
completely
up.
frozen.
I love it.
Yeah. And
That's a great way to freeze, isn't it?
It is. It's very good.
And what's exciting outside, Greg? Is your cat fighting the blue jay again?
No, actually, my wife and my son appeared in front of my window, so there was a nice distraction there. They were saying hi. They're going on a nice.
Other than Robin's mouth wide open.
True. Yes, Robin's mouth wide open was perfect. Yes.
Yes, that's how you froze. Perfect. Excellent rendition.
All right. Well, Robin, good job.
Yeah.
You got a point.
Yeah.
I
told you I knew those numbers.
Man.
He's all proud of himself.
I know. He should be. You're going to have something to gamble in a minute. Nicole, you are up next.
Oh, goody for moi.
You should be excited. Nicole, you have a features, leaks, and interviews question. Nicole.
Yes.
Sorry, I'm not good at multitasking. You can ask my wife. She will verify this.
1:00 tomorrow, by the way.
All right, Nicole, and never pay no attention to how I spelled Taiwan. For the long-rumored PlayStation 4 and Xbox One version of Zombie U, it has been rated by another country through their ratings board, which basically, after Australia had threw it out there, a lot of people were speculating that was in fact coming, and now a second rating board has put it out there. So who spilled the beans this time around? Is it A, Taiwan, or Taiwan, as I put it? Is it B, France, or C, Poland?
I'm bloody Polish again, look.
I know. Why are you guys making fun of my people? I really just have to laugh at how you spelled it.
I know. You know what? It's one of those things that my autocorrect. Yeah.
I'm sorry. That's just funny.
If I
don't know.
If I could correct it, I would, but it's there forever.
No, please don't, because that's just and it's really tiny over there. Let me go back to Skype on my phone. Hold on.
Taiwan is a tiny place.
Yes, Taiwan is Taiwan, France. Okay. I don't know. I'm liking the goose egg, so let's try France.
Well, I am happy to report you are getting your goose egg because France is not the correct answer. It is, in fact, Taiwan or Taiwan. Yes, so they have leaked out also and rated the game. So this pretty much now, I think we can expect an announcement for this soon. I'm wondering if we don't get an announcement at Gamescom that it is coming, and it's titled Zombie, from what I understand.
I'm going to say, yeah, they're dropping the U, aren't they?
They're dropping the U.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
There's no I in team.
Yeah.
Hey, just think we
no
second.
eating zombie.
Do you know what? There's people in the chat. The chat. There's people
wanna-
tomorrow in the chat.
Give them
Oh,
a shout
they
out.
didn't
Give them a shout out.
Australian people.
It's
Well,
like
half
garlic
8 in
bread.
the
It's the
morning.
future.
8:30 in the morning. Prawn toast, hiya guys, chapstick, and Australia. Hello. The Serbs is there. Kosigan.
I'm going to say cosine. I'm going to say cosine.
Cosine 5. And Step J's there as well. Got your man that won't be named with a 3,000 at his name. And hello, and Step J. Hello, Mr. Boswell.
I feel like I'm
nice
watching.
to have you in the chat. It's great that you're interacting. Fantastic.
When he said that, he reminded me of what's that Robin Williams movie where he plays the
Oh,
Patch.
Mrs.
Mrs.
Doubtfire.
Doubtfire?
Oh,
Yeah, you
yes.
sounded just like Mrs.
Hello,
Doubtfire.
Yes.
children. Look, you look lovely
I told
today.
you. It's all working slow up here. I don't like that.
Mrs. Doubtfire. Damn
You
it.
are Mrs. Doubtfire. You put on a dress, Robin.
Don't. You
Today
don't.
I am Kim. I am Kim today.
All right. Let us continue on with the news quiz. Mark, are you
Yes.
ready?
I am.
Your question, Mark. It is an announcement question.
Sorry.
And you need to get this right. Otherwise, Robin in the lead by himself.
Yeah.
Here we go. Mark, Logitech has paid their $10 fee to change their name, Mark. Their gamer tag, their name. The company is changing the name and doing a makeover. What will the new company name be? Is it A, L-Tech, B, Low-Tech, or C, Logi?
I don't know.
Are you trying to conceal yourself?
Yeah.
In case?
I'm doing a lizard squad.
Yes. MI6 is watching.
Now, low tech. I think we'd have to be pretty stupid to call ourselves low tech.
Yes, they would.
But knowing you, Greg, that'll be the frigging answer. Logit. My gut, I'd have to go with L-Tech. Although there's nothing wrong with Logitech, so it's just a waste of money what we're doing.
Trying to help you here.
I'll go L-Tech.
L-Tech.
No,
that is
you shaking your head? No, I won't. No, I'm not going L-Tech. I'll have to do no.
What do you want to do, Mark? I will give you one
I'll go
final.
L-Tech.
L-Tech is your answer.
Yeah, I'll have to do because I can't cheat.
No, you shouldn't cheat, and you should have
That
listened
wasn't
to
cheating.
Nicole.
I'm like, that's just because
yeah.
I was an idiot. I know this one.
Yes, unfortunately, it is not L-Tech. It is not Low-Tech. They are changing the name to Logi. And the reasoning behind this, when they were asked about it, it was simple. Their response, tech means nothing. Tech is everywhere, says Logitech, or now Logi's, VP of Brand Development, Charlotte Joes? Charlotte Joes. It could be John's, but in my book, it's Joe's. She said the big Logi, comically emblazoned on the silk screen behind her, tech is in the air you breathe, it's in your clothes, in the future. Tech doesn't say anything.
Yeah, and Logi does.
Apparently. So yes, Logitech is now
Is it pronounced Logi or Logi?
I'm gonna go with Logi, but
if it's Logi, you'd be looking for Boo Boo, wouldn't you?
Pretty much.
I went to the loo earlier on and done a really big Logi. Oh.
That's stupid.
I'm thinking like logical, which they're not being by changing their name. They should just left it the hell alone.
All right. Here is the deal, Robin.
That's me.
You can gamble a point.
Okay.
If you lose,
so what did I get?
So here's the deal, Robin. You have 1
I was
point.
thinking about this.
You have 1 point in the bank. If you gamble that point, you could win by getting 2 points. If you gamble your point and you get the question right, you get 2 points. You would lock out Mark and Nicole from being able to beat you.
No.
If you lose,
you'll lock out Mark.
or Nicole. Out. No. Because if he loses that point, and then he would have 0 and to potentially be in a tie and potentially give the win to somebody else. So risk or reward. If you do not gamble the point, Robin, you keep your 1 point. You will answer your question with no cost, no potential downfall. So that would open the door also up to Mark and Nicole potentially answering their question and tying you. Is it clear as mud yet?
So if I gamble, do I get an extra point?
Correct. So you would get 2 points.
Uh-huh.
Right? So you would win your next point.
Yes. And
you would have 2 points, and Nicole and Mark could not beat you because they can only get 1 point on their next question. If you bank your question, you will keep your 1 point, but you can't win unless they miss both their questions, which at this point is highly likely.
So unlucky. I mean, the other day I was driving down the road and I thought, there's no way on this earth I'm going to hit that woman. She's got plenty of time to cross the road. And I hit her. I mean, I'm so unlucky. It's just ridiculous. I'll gamble. What the hell?
Was she okay?
For God's sake, Mark.
Was she okay?
You should know better than believe me.
Yeah, you should know better, Mark. He didn't stop. He kept driving.
Yeah. Well, I saw the damage to his car on a previous tweet, so I wondered if that was another car did or if that poor woman.
Yeah.
She smiled as she.
I thought there was an arm sticking out of a bumper somewhere.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm going to gamble.
Robin, you're gambling your point.
Yeah.
All right.
Because I have such a good track record.
Such a good track record. Here we go, Robin. Wait, before you gamble your point, I forgot. We haven't done this for some time. Robin, it's an announcement question. Do you still want to gamble your point?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
I know announcements.
All right. Robin, your question.
Does that help? Your question.
What company is making a reboot of Micropro's old game Masters of Orion, the real-time strategy game? Is it A, Microsoft Game Studios, B, Gearbox Studios, or C, Wargaming Net?
I don't want to gamble a point anymore. I don't remember the game. Microprose? That's like Flight Simulator, guys. Okay, so it's real-time space strategy, and it's Microsoft Game Studios, Gearbox Studios, or Warby Game Microsoft Game Studios, and it's Microprose. Microsoft. A strategy game. Let's go for wargaming.net.
Robin Tate. You
Yes.
just won the news quiz, my friend.
Fucking
Yes. Yes. Wargaming.net is, in fact, they bought up Masters of Orion back when the debacle of, oh God, now I can't think of the stupid name of the studio that shut down and shuttered all their IP, and they were there to scoop it up. And so they have finally announced that they are bringing the reimagining and reboot of Masters of Orion. So it'll be interesting to see what they do with this, because Masters of Orion, it was straight up a real-time strategy space sim game. Wargaming.net isn't really a strategy. You know, they're much more kind of a vehicle-based simulation kind of game studio with they've got World of Tanks and World of Warships now coming out, so it'll be interesting to see how this plays out. But either way, Robin, congratulations, my friend. Nicely done. Nicely done. All right, Nicole, you still
Yep.
have a question to answer.
Oh, joy.
Oh, joy. Nicole, this is a features, leaks, and interviews question. Had you had a point, you might be able to gamble it, but because you do not, you can't. But you might very well know this question, Nicole. According to a recent interview per CD Projekt Red, how long will the combined planned expansions 1 and 2 for The Witcher 3 be? Is it A, a combined approximate 18 hours? B, C, G, F?
Okay.
2, 24 hours? Or C, 30 hours? 18 hours, 24 hours, or 30 hours? What do you think? Combined expansions 1 and 2, they have confirmed they will approximately be how long?
Let's just go with A, 18 hours, because you obviously didn't like the other two.
Nicole, you have gone for the clean sweep. The
I know.
clean sweep. It was, in fact, 30 hours. The expansions will be a combined 30 hours, the first one being approximately 10, and the second expansion approximately 20 hours. And they said when you compare that, it will be the size of
Size
The Witcher
of Witcher
2.
1 and 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
exciting stuff for Witcher fans. I don't think any of us have finished the game yet, but hey, it's exciting.
I haven't even got out of a tavern at the beginning on my tutorial yet, because I've been playing Batman when I've had a chance to game.
Batman.
You haven't playing that, have you, Greg?
I have not. I've been focusing in on The
That's
Witcher.
great.
I've got to jump in. All right, Mark, your final question. Now, this is, again, you don't, nothing on the line
This is
here
for
other
honor.
than this is
To
pride.
save grace, isn't it?
British pride right here, Mark.
Yep.
All right. Mark, which of these statements is true regarding Tokyo Game Show 2015? Is it A, Microsoft will not have any presence at the show? B, Oculus will be hosting a booth to show off their VR? Or C, Nintendo will not be showing games on the show floor, but will do a Nintendo Japan Direct? And I'm out of oxygen.
I know this one. So I'm going to save face and score at least 1 point. It is Microsoft won't have any presence at the show, because they will be preparing for something big, apparently.
Yes, you are in fact correct, Mark. Well done. Way to save face. Long live the Queen and King. And it's the Queen. Whatever happened to the King? Is there a
I
King
don't
of
know.
England?
The Queen ate him.
Yeah.
No?
Wait, what?
They
We'll have
just
a queen soon. We'll have a king soon when the
Yeah.
Queen
Okay.
finally gives the throne up or pegs it, one or the other.
He left the building.
exit.
Thank you very much. He left the building.
He's all right as well.
Yes.
He's in touch with the young ones now, isn't he?
Well
Just had a
well
baby girl
done.
as well.
Yes. So anyway, yes, Microsoft skipping Tokyo Game Show, but they are preparing, from what people understand, to be doing a special event for Japan. So what that will be, who knows?
$1 million.
All right. Robin, for winning the news quiz, you get the first question from our trivia from Jason Johnson. Again, Jason Johnson, thank you so much for sending this in. Your trivia question is this. I forget I can post these in here. Here we go.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
When the Nintendo Entertainment System launched in the U.S., how much did it cost? Was it A, $199, B, $99, sorry, $99.99, C, $149.99, or D, $249.99?
Or according to the chat, it's smiley face, $1.99.
Yes, beer
Beer
mug.
glass, $99. Coffee mug, $1.49, or cocktail glass, $2.49.
Yes, I love how it just translates those A's and B's and C's. Robin, what do you think? You going with beer?
I have to interrupt here just a second.
Yes, you may.
Toxic, do you know what, mate? Who's in the chat right now? It's lovely that you've offered your services to ourselves to come on and be a host because you're a first-class, world-class gamer. We don't know you. The way to do that would be to contact the podcast by email or text or at Bongo the Scene, and we'll have a chat off the air. But this is not the time to discuss how wonderful you are and how good you are to come on the podcast. But I thank you for your interaction. But please, the guys in the stream are friendly, so please be nice to them. And if you want to contact us directly, please do so. We'd love to hear from you. So thank you. I think it was quite expensive. I think it was oh God, was it $249.99? Was it as dear as that? It was the thing that everybody wanted. That seems a lot, but then again, those were expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah, $249. Yeah, $249.
Mark Wright, when the Nintendo Entertainment System launched in the U.S., how much did it cost? Was it A, $199, B, $99.99, or C, $149.99?
I'll go for coffee cup, $149.99.
Nicole Radowski, when the Nintendo Entertainment System launched in the U.S., how much did it cost? Was it A, $199.99, or B, $99.99?
Which Nintendo Entertainment System are we discussing?
That's a great question that I cannot answer because Jason Johnson just said when the Nintendo Entertainment System launched in the U.S. So I'm assuming the first Nintendo Entertainment System.
God. And I would just go with 99. I mean, if we're talking really old, because that would have been very expensive when it first launched.
Right. Greg DeLacy, when the Nintendo Entertainment System launched in the U.S., how much did it cost? $199 for the win, Jim. Good job. Yes, $199.99.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. So there we have that.
Wow. Okay.
All right.
Good
Moving
luck.
on. Next trivia question. Mark, you are up next.
Yes.
Here you go, Mark. In Mass Effect, what was the name of the Solarian homeworld? And I can't say any of these. Was it A, Tukanka? B, Ranoch? C, Thessia? Or D, Surkesh? And Jason
Solarian.
Johnson, don't ever do this to me again.
Solarium, was that the doctor guy who spoke in
I
monotone?
believe so, yes.
Yeah. Now, the two names what pop out to me are the beer glass and the cocktail glass.
Right, beer glass and the cocktail glass.
Yeah.
I would just like to point out that Tukanka reminds me of Tutanka. Dancing with Wolves. Catch up, people.
Oh yeah.
Oh, no. Well, never mind. It's Tatanka.
Damn it!
Now, I'm sure one of them homeworlds, I think it's Rannoch as well. Is that where that spider woman thing, Queen, came from? Where you could kill her or let her go?
I appreciate
Green
the
too.
in-depth you're going on this.
Yeah, beer glass. I don't know.
Beer glass. You
Oh,
have to
beer
say
glass.
it, though. You have to say
Rannoch.
it. Rannoch.
B, Rannoch. There's
Nicole,
one more-
in Mass Effect, what is the name of the Solarian homeworld? Is it A, Tutanka, Chichanka, or is it C, Thessia,
Junky Junker.
or D, Surkesh?
I like that you keep saying that Tatanka thing. I really don't know. We'll just go with that because I don't know.
Right. Robin Tate.
Robin Tate.
In Mass Effect, what is the name of the Solarian homeworld? Is it coffee mug or martini glass? Is it Thessia or Surkesh?
Ooh.
Do you like coffee or martinis?
I like
Mexican
coffee.
martini.
Thessia, please.
Greg DeLacy, in Mass Effect, what is the name of the Solarian homeworld?
Jimmy
Surkesh.
Changas.
Chapstick
Wow.
put Jimmy Tonka in there.
Jimmy Chunga for the win. Oh, all right. Final question, Robin. Wait, did I skipped over you, Nicole. Sorry, Nicole. Your question: how many songs are in the original Guitar Hero for PS2? Is it A, Smiley Face, Angel 30, Beer Mug 47, Coffee Mug 62, or Martini Glass 36?
I really could use a beer right now.
Yeah. How many songs, and this is how many total songs in the original Guitar Hero PS2 version?
I'm gonna have to go with coffee cup, but I really want a beer. But coffee cup.
Coffee Cup for the win. No, sorry. Robin Tate,
Shut
how many
up.
songs are in the original Guitar Hero for PS2? Is it A, Halo Smiley Face 30, Beer Mug 47, or Martini Glass 36?
47. Beer. More beer.
Yeah, go with the beer. Mark. What?
No.
Good job,
what?
Robin Tate.
What?
Yes,
What?
47 songs. There were 30 plus
He's
17
on
bonus
fire.
songs.
Well, I'd have gone for 30 because PS2, that's on a CD, not a DVD. I didn't think they'd got that many on it.
Yes. All right.
Inner channeled my.
Oh no,
my
PS2
Indian-
did DVDs, didn't they?
They did.
I
They
don't
did.
know. Yeah.
They brought in the DVDs. All right. Let us finish out. Robin, you have earned the right. Back of the box. Here we
Okay.
go. Put us out of the
Okay.
misery. Let's get this one right off the bat.
Straight away.
Easy as the just back of the box. Here we go.
Okay. Let's do it.
The Ark, once an oceanic paradise, has been torn apart by civil war. Now you must join the resistance or security faction. Use the free-running smart movement system and an arsenal of weapons to fight across ever-changing single-player and multiplayer battlefields. What game am I? Robin Tate.
Yeah, well, God, it was crap. And it was so good.
It was
it was
crap
the-
and it was so
and-
good.
Yeah, no. At EGX a few years ago, we were all going, "Wow, we can't wait until this game comes out." And it came out, and we all went, "Oh shit." Does it begin with a B? Brink. Is that Brink?
Robin Tate, you're on fire!
Fucking who ever got the back of the box right on the first guess?
Yes.
No one, let me
Me.
tell you.
Me
Yes.
on my first guess.
Yeah. It's the Ark thing give it away for me as well.
Yeah.
They are.
You could play on both
Honest.
sides, couldn't you?
Thank
Yes,
you.
you
Thank
could.
you. Thank you very much. I am enjoying this tonight. Whoa, it's so wonderful to be brilliant
So
Enjoy it while you can,
wonderful to
because
be
it ain't happening
brilliant.
again.
and modest.
Robin, well done, both
you.
on the news quiz and the trivia. All right, well let us move on from that rather lengthy segment. Let's dive into some of the events, happenings, and what's going on. Nicole, if you'd
Yes,
be so
sir.
kind, let's talk about some new releases.
Yes,
What can we
let's.
look forward to playing next week?
Well, if Bongo didn't screw with my list here, new releases for July
screw with you.
11th. Hey, I've seen you come in
List?
here and retype shit. New releases for July 11th through July 17th. That is ARK, The Great Escape for PC, July 14th. Deception 4, The Nightmare Princess. That's any teenage girl. PS4 3 Vita. The Fall for PS4. God of War 3 Remastered. Haven't they remastered it like a dozen times already? Godzilla. Oh, you gotta say it. Oh, yeah.
Godzilla!
Godzilla. I know. Godzilla. That's PS4 and 3. Guild of Dungeoneering. Is that really a game?
Apparently. Guild of
From
Dungeoneering.
PC. Guncraft. Blocked and Loaded for the 360. Rory McIlroy PGA Tour.
Roy
He's real.
McIlroy. He's not a leprechaun.
Rory Michelob. Tonight is something kind of special.
I didn't
Poor
say
ankle.
Michelob.
No,
Poor
it's,
little ankle.
it's technically McElroy.
McIlroy. I don't know.
Or McElroy. We could go with that. Why not?
Whatever. Some
It's
idiot.
McElroy.
doing
Some
Every
golf
time he hits the ball, it
douchebag.
goes,
Yeah.
And he's from Hollywood, here in Northern Ireland. Thank you. Just down the road. Thank you. It's Rory McIlroy.
Okay.
He's a very nice fella.
Good for him. And that's Xbox One, PS4.
Right.
Trials Fusion, Awesome Level Max Expansion for Xbox One, PS4, and PC. The Vanishing of Ethan Carter, PS4. Sorcerer
They don't
King.
found him yet.
Apparently not. him and a couple others are still missing. Sorcerer King is PC July 16th, /dash for Xbox One on July 17th. See, I hate you people. All right, and that will do it. Because I'm not. That'll do it.
That will definitely do it.
Yeah, see,
all right.
tried.
Yeah.
Yeah, tried.
Thank you, Nicole. Thank you for
You're
that.
very welcome.
All right. In terms of community stuff, let's dive into it. We have Gate Minecraft servers still up and running. At least when Dorian has his systems
I'm going to
on.
say, yeah, he's been a bit slack lately. Past him, 3000. I've not seen the servers on for a while now.
He's a
Holy
bit of a
finger.
slacker. He's a bit of
Yeah,
a
and-
slacker.
And he doesn't use his PS4 anymore, so there's no excuse, Mr. Dorian Ellis.
Just let it run. Just let it run. Who cares if it uses up a ton of energy? Just let it run. It's less than if you had the Xbox One on all the time. All right. Clan Wars, is it still going on, Nicole? What is going on here? What has happened?
Because we have so many wonderful people from Australia in our clan, I started a clan war at 8 o'clock this morning so that it'll end at like 8 o'clock for them on Sunday, which is actually our Saturday. So, because they're a day ahead.
Time travel.
So,
right.
yes, lots of time travel, but we
So
love
we are-
all of our mates.
We're
no matter
fighting
where
right now.
Yes,
We're
we
fighting
are.
right now.
And I can even check for you to see who we're fighting since I totally forgot we do that.
All right. And we do love our friends from Down Under.
We do.
We do?
They're wonderful, wonderful people. We got a couple of new ones. A young lady named Lily and her husband joined in.
Nice.
Lobster something. I know that's awful, isn't it?
Lobster
Did lobster
bisque.
something. It just makes me think of lobster bisque every
Yeah.
time, and
I'm now hungry.
I'm not going to eat that. Poor
lobster
woman's-
bisque.
It's Lily Pops and Lobster Inc. They joined ours.
Okay.
And we will, yes.
And we won.
please.
We won.
You won last week.
We won.
Yeah, we won the
yesterday,
midweek
yeah.
one. Yeah,
All right.
we won the midweek one.
That's right. You guys are now fighting multiple times during the week. You are angry individuals.
Yeah, we played Kolkata Rock and no, sorry. The one we just played was Diglingos. Sorry.
Diglingos.
Diglingos. And we won that one 49-38. And then we are
beat them
currently in a
hard.
war with Paju. And we still have 14 hours of our preparation day.
I'm taking a day off.
Take a
Yeah,
day
I
off. For those listening, by the way, if you do like playing Clash of Clans, reach out to them. Nicole, who is the clan leader now? Who are
Jade Archer is the clan leader.
Jade Archer? And do they have to reach out to
Jade
her
Archer.
to join, or should they? Can they reach out to you? Can they reach
They
out
can
to
reach
Robin?
out and touch anybody.
Yeah, just go to Clash of
Reach out,
Clans and
touch
search
someone.
for G4TE clan and
It's
And the thing you can-
g4ate.com.
com, and you can go and ask to join. And one of the wonderful members there, one of the elders, will approve you or not.
Yes.
It's really strange. We go into some matches and we get some guys from Japan or whatever, the people that we're fighting, and they try to join our clan to be all sneaky. and they generally get kicked. But no, we're a friendly bunch, and there's some good chat and good fun goes on there, and it's a very family-friendly place. There's no dodgy language or anything or sexual innuendo. We even the innuendo is turned off. We managed to do that quite well, and we have a bit of fun there still.
So you can
It's got
actually...
to a very it's got to a very interesting point now because we've all got to a certain level and things are really taking quite a long time to develop. So if you've got an upgrade, it's now taking days and days, like only like a week for some things. But we're getting pretty strong now, and we had a lull there for a week or two that we weren't quite strong enough for the guys we were coming up against, but we're all now leveled up quite nicely. So,
right.
it's very interesting.
I know, you should see. It's funny watching all these people get excited over their level 2 and 3
Yeah,
dragons.
dragons,
It's like, oh, my
yeah.
dragons!
Yeah.
Cannot-
Dragons.
Don't forget about the dragons.
Hey, I got level 3 like last night. I was so
Wow,
excited.
I'm saving up. I keep on so close and then I get robbed. No.
No, I saved up all my gems and went a week incognito right when I was really close, and that's how I got enough to get my dragons leveled up.
That's a way to do it. Okay.
I would just like
That's
to point
so-
out, Nicole
Yes.
fueled this whole mutiny against the Canadian cult leader. She started her own Boom Beach clan, and now she seems pretty damn invested back in Clan Wars. I think she just wanted to oust Fraser. I think that was the ultimate plan.
No, because I still am very, very, very...
No. No,
Fight me,
there's
Robin. Fight me,
Fraser.
Robin.
It took him. How long did it take you to get the clan bigger for Boom Beach? It took about a month to get me into it. So it was stuck at 5 people. Task
It
force.
went- Okay, here's the thing. Apparently, there was a way to add you earlier,
Oh, yeah.
but
Billy no, mate.
I really honestly didn't. I had to get to a certain level of headquarter, that part, but I didn't realize I'd passed it, and I had to go in and just add or say that I wanted 10 people. And it's really weird how they do it in Boom Beach compared to Clash of Clans. You automatically get 50. But here you have to say, yes, I really want 10 people. And Charlie Bop, your son Bongo, added himself the other day. So we
good.
accepted him in.
Yeah, that's right. He was very excited about that, actually. That's what he was. Oh, I can get the join. I can join.
Yeah, he was like, I'm going to get my first
Yeah,
task.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Very
Yeah,
good.
he was doing his first task force attack, and he was very
Oh.
excited.
Have we had a task force attack? I didn't even know we had one.
No. Task force attacks are completely different than the
At some point,
operations.
we will have a podcast devoted solely to Boom Beach and to Clash of Clans. It will coincide with me being on vacation, and that podcast will happen. In the meantime, I'm going to push the podcast forward. The golf club, we So what happened with this week, Mark? I mean, we can safely say it was a little bit of a fumble. In that it was July 4th weekend. A lot of people we didn't get a ton of participation.
Well, I don't know yet because thanks to an update from the golf club on the PS4, it is taking about 3 hours to update, so I couldn't even get online with it. So I don't know about the PS4.
Right. Which this is convenient. And just so you know, I actually did this. Once I saw how many people participate on the Xbox One version, I masterfully contacted the golf club and asked them to push out updates so we couldn't get your scores. This way, my score will be the top score. So we did have.
Oh yeah, start, yeah.
TMG Cerberus came in at plus 21. Remember, this was a non-handicap course this week. We played the Challenge Club. The Caretaker 61 came in at plus 17. So it was challenging. I came in at a plus 5, and I was ecstatic with that. I was very happy with that. Clearly, Manny Calavera wouldn't come close to beating my score. He's not that good of a golfer. So,
and he never got back to me, so he must be busy or working. So
or afraid.
I did try to contact him.
Or afraid. That's the way I'm going to look at it right now. Step J was too afraid to take on the course. He actually
wasn't. He was not well. The poor man. Leave him alone. He's got a good reason, hasn't he, Nicole?
Yes.
Oh, okay, fine. He was feeling sick. Whatever. I'm just saying.
Have you ever passed a kidney stone?
No, fortunately, I have not.
Have you ever given birth?
No.
It feels the
That
same.
constipation.
I've done both. It feels the same.
It don't matter, Greg, because you lose now. Because Chapsicle, and I completely believe him, he said he got a -19 on the PS4.
You know what's funny about that, Mark?
Yeah.
Is I need photographic evidence at this point. I do not believe that Australian for one moment. Not one moment, Chapstick.
He's going
Please
to
get
tweet
Chap-
it to
need
you
to
here
get
in a minute.
Is he in the chat now? He could have been on the show with us tonight because Kim's not here.
True. Well, we brought in
Yeah,
Robin,
please
who
get
is
out there.
drinking Yellowtail, a fine Australian product. Yes, wine from Australia. Nice.
And it's jammy red roux.
So here's the deal. The reality of the situation is that we were so busy this past week, and July 4th holiday, the whole 9 yards. Not a lot of people played. I didn't get a chance to pick out a new course. I asked Mark to pick out a course today because I was so far behind prepping for the show. And then Mark tweets me like probably 15 minutes before the show, roughly. Yeah, I've got a 3-hour update in front of me. So we don't have next week's course yet.
It's a 2 gigabyte update.
Yeah.
And normally, I've got quite a good connection here. But it was downloading so slow. In 10 minutes, it only downloaded like 50 megabytes. So I had a way to go.
Mark, you should be jumping on Twitter and joining in that hashtag campaign for Better PSN. Hashtag Better PSN. I think that's what it's called. I could have put that in the news, but I decided
It's probably
not
because
to.
my Xbox One was downloading World of Tanks at the same time, so it's probably sucking all the bandwidth.
There is, but there's been some legitimate complaints about, especially European downloads for PSN. So
I don't normally have a problem. In fact, today, I set it downloading something while I was at work using the app, and I got home and it was already there.
Mark, that doesn't really say it was that fast. It just
does?
says you were
I was
gone.
at work 8 hours.
All right. Let us move on. We will, however, the next OC X-Gen challenge will be 22. We will post it up probably tonight at some point. I'll make sure it gets up. I'll get it off to Mark so he can put it up on PS4. And of course, if the real Defoe ever bothers to play, the golf club again, then maybe we can get it on PC. I know.
Anymore, does he?
No.
He's on holiday in Florida.
He's a slacker.
Yeah,
Jason
he's got
Johnson
that
was
feet.
on holiday. He sent us podcast trivia.
Yes, he did. Yeah, so there's no excuses.
Exactly.
And he's posting pictures all over Facebook, so there's no excuse, Gary.
All right, Robin, I think I need your help for the next couple things here. So the We Are Epic event for Facebook. We just wrapped up April through June. Did the winner get picked?
Yeah, so there's a panel of extreme
and esteem.
judges. Yeah, Steam. That's the word I'm looking for. Steam extreme judges have been going through the multitude and plethora of entries this week. Thank you,
Just waiting for
everybody that
final
put in
bribes, aren't
epic videos. Yeah, and what it was, the judges all picked 5 of their favorites, and we hoped that out of those 5 there would be a crossover, so there could have been like several people picked the same one. It's really down to a top 4 at the moment.
So that did not happen, apparently.
So we're down to that top 4. We're
Okay.
waiting for PG Tips. Oh, yeah. So there's one video from PG Tips. Please, Paul, if you have it, it's the Mr. Bean video. We need a copy of it again, please, for for everybody's consideration. For your consideration. We need that Mr. Bean, if you still have a copy, because it was deleted from the server that it was on. And we're going to stick that up on Facebook and let everybody see the final 4 or final 5. And if PG can't do that, it'll be the final 4. And next week then, if we don't have a decision with votes on Facebook by Friday morning, it's going to go out to 2 independent auditors from outside of the community to pick the winner. So by next Friday, we will have a final winner for Epic. And they have been epic. Some of them have been so good. Some of them have been unbelievably bad. But some of them have been absolutely wonderful.
There was no need to call out all my submissions, Robin, by the way. Just because they were poor doesn't mean you had to call them out.
Yeah, some of them were, yeah. There was one of yours which was so overproduced it was just unbelievably fantastic. Yeah, and I think one of my favorites there is Kim from The Witcher, and it's or was it in Quizzywig, which was the mayhem one,
Right.
where get this out of your system, mayhem. Yeah, so but there's some very funny ones and some very skillful ones. So by next Friday, we will have a winner.
Okay, so anybody who doesn't understand what this is, because we probably should have explained that ahead of time, we have this thing on Facebook, our Facebook group page. It's called the We Are Epic event, and from April through June, we held basically a contest. You could submit 30-second videos, video clips from games that were basically in the theme of We Are Epic, and so they're really just looking for some really good, funny, or epic moments in video gaming, and you get put into a contest to win a $20 either PSN, Xbox Live, or Steam gift card. So that is what those people are competing for, and we now have the new event, which is running from July through September. So I believe that is already up on the Facebooks as well. So if you have any videos that you make that you think are worthy, like the Caretaker 61 and his crazy golf shot that he hit called Over the Edge, he might want to submit that onto the Facebook challenge. Speaking of challenges, Mark.
Yes.
Project
we've got
Cars.
I've got a new update. July's Hot Lap Challenge on Project Cars, run by the lovely Gonzo FK, Ian Alexander. That is going to be on the track Silverstone GP, and the car is a Formula A. This is to sort of like coincide with the British Grand Prix at Silverstone. So it's just kicked off this beginning of this month, so there's no updates yet. We've not got any times posted up yet, no pictures. Okay. So just get some good times in there, post them up on the forums, or you can tweet your picture with your lap time using the time trial option on Project Cars to @Gonzo_FK. And at the end of the month, we'll see who's the fastest.
All right. Excellent. And then circling back to you, Robin, continuing on with the contests, Victory Achieved contest.
Yeah, so what Victory Achieved is to help you guys, encourage us to finish the games and get the value out of them. When you finish your game, if you take a photograph of the finishing credits and take a selfie of yourself with the credits in the background, and if you tweet that to @g4te.com with the hashtag Victory Achieved, you get entered into a draw, which finishes on the 31st of July, to win a $20, 15 quid gift card for PSN, XBL, or Steam. And the latest update for all our Victory Achievers would be Roberto UK for Wolfenstein, the Old Blood. Nick Nitrous for Dragon Age and Quizzywig. Mr. Miyagi finished Indiana Jones and the Fate of Atlantis after 20 years when he first started it. Adamski 86 finished Battlefield Hardline. The legend that is Duke Scath, he's done a Victory Achieved. Duke Scath. Flowers. He finished a game called Moonin, which is a little puzzle game. Very good. Nice to have your Victory Achieved, Duke. Hardly Dan finished Witcher 3, The Wild Hunt. Kevin Fye, 1985. Kevin, great to have your Victory Achieved. That's a new entry from you guys. And he finished Shadow of Mordor. Mr. Miyagi also finished Assassin's Creed Rogue. Amras 89 finished Hotline Miami. And Paul PG Tips finished The Crew. Congratulations to you all.
Yes, 100%. It is great to see everybody jumping in there. And again, send in your victories achieved. You complete the game, take the selfie, shoot it off to g4te.com, and that's spelling the dot, and that's @ on Twitter, and you get entered in that contest. You can win some cash. Everybody loves some cash. All right. Let us wrap up the show, guys. So if you want to be part of the conversation, you're listening to us on iTunes, you can just tune in every Friday, 3 p.m. PST, 6 p.m. EST, and 11 p.m. UK time all you need to do in your browser, type in live.g4te.com, and you will be magically transported over to our live Twitch page. We do have a SpeakPipe. If you ever feel the need to send us a voice message, sp.g4te.com in your browser will get you to our SpeakPipe page. Of course, you could email the show if you want to send us in trivia like Jason Johnson does every week, which that man deserves a gold medal. Just send it into podcast@g4te.com, and you can tweet us at OC_podcast, and we live on the Twitters. We also have a Facebook group where we do the We Are Epic video challenge, or contest, I should say. And it's fb.g4te.com into your browser, and through the magic, again, of the internet, you magically go to our Facebook page. Finally, go to gmg.g4te.com if you want to check out Green Man Gaming. It's Green Man Gaming. Green Man Gaming, 20% voucher. It's out there thanks to Richard Webster. We do, of course, have a donation page for our prize pool. It is strictly for the prize pool. It's not to fund my need for caffeine. So if you ever feel like...
And he certainly doesn't pay us anything, do you?
No, I don't. No, we do this. We do this for the love. We do it for the love.
Hold on a second. Our big commission check just came in today. Did you not read that?
Oh, yeah.
No?
Yeah.
Our commission check from Green Man Gaming came in, and we got 80 things, 80 units of money.
80 units of money is exactly.
Money.
And it's not pounds.
No.
Pence. We got 80 pence commission from Green Man Gaming. So take advantage of the 20%.
Yes.
You're really helping us stay on air.
Thank God, yes. iTunes reviews and Stitcher reviews probably more useful than that. If you come across us on iTunes, please leave us a review. And with that said, let's do some shout outs. First and foremost, I have to start shout outs only because Richard Webster wanted me to give you, Mr. Robin Tate, a very special shout out and thank you for Valiant Hearts from back at Christmas. He's finally playing it. It's making him cry, and he said it's a fantastic game. Thank you, Robin Tate, for the gift.
No problem, Rich. Oh, brother, no problem. Glad you're enjoying it.
All right, kick it off. Nicole.
Yes, sir. I do have to make note here that we only got 56 pence this month. That was a running total, that 80. So it's even worse than we thought. Sorry.
24p from last month.
Yeah.
Wow.
So woo, we're really hurt. Just anyway. So want to wish Step J wellness because he wasn't feeling good. Wellness, yes, please be well. And our new little Clash folks, say hello to them. And always a good time gaming with you guys. Or gaming. Wishful thinking on my part because I was staring at my PlayStation. Podcasting too. And gaming because we do game together.
Yes.
And soon enough, Greg.
I need to get back on Destiny.
Yeah, baby. Come back. Come back.
Come on.
Come back
I
home.
will. What I said. What did I say? When Gears happened.
Yep.
That and Gears is happening. And Greg sent me that lovely message. I got so excited. Oh my God. Yes, I wet myself. I was that excited. All right, Mark, your turn.
I want to shout out Kim, who couldn't be on tonight. She's not feeling very well today. She's got the old thing what I suffer a lot with, which is a headache. So get well soon, Kim. And Step J as well, get well soon. Glad you passed your foreign body away.
Pass the pee, man. Pass the pee.
Yeah, and everybody in the Twitch chat tonight have all been fantastic.
Give them a
Everyone
shout
getting
there,
involved.
Mark.
Yes.
Yeah,
Oh, God, hang on a minute. I'm ill prepared. We have got. The viewer list is minute. According to this, I don't know why. All right, Step J, Prontos 1, Passantos 3000, Kozigan 5. We've also had in there.
I know we had Toxic in there. I want to give him a shout out.
Chapstickle 1, yeah. Toxic, Cerberus. Scrolling. You've put me on the spot. Scrolling. Soul Brother 1.
Soul Brother.
Yeah. I think that's about it. Yeah, I've scrolled right to the top. And that's it. So thank you, everyone. Over to you, Greg.
I'm going to go to Robin.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, yeah, you've done
I
yours,
wanna,
haven't you? Oh.
yeah, I want to give a shout out to someone that isn't listening to our podcast, Ryan McCaffrey.
Yes.
Ryan McCaffrey does a podcast on IGN, a podcast Unlocked. I recommend
Unlocked.
everyone that's interested in this medium to listen to it. He managed, it's probably one of the best podcasts I've ever heard. And it was Philip, the guy, Philip Moores, isn't that right?
No,
Phil
no, no.
Moores?
Peter Moore, Phil.
Peter,
Moore,
sorry, Peter
Phil
Peter
Spencer.
Moores and Seamus.
Seamus
The
Blackley.
guy who, Seamus Blackley, the guy who invented the first Xbox. Then
Right.
Peter Moores, who steered them through the Red Ring of Death, and Phil Spencer, all three in together talking about the history of the whole thing, right down to where the green color came from. Really insightful, really honest. It was a fantastic podcast.
Yeah.
So I would recommend anybody listen to that. It's absolutely brilliant.
Yeah, it's podcast. It's podcast number 201 for those that want to just find it specifically. It is a fantastic. It's also available on video. So if you have the IGN app, you can probably find it there.
Really good.
It is well
It's
worth
like
a listen.
like a once in a lifetime thing to get those three guys in one room talking as openly as they did.
Yeah.
I mean, one of the things they talked about was that Red Ring of Death, having to go up to their boss and say, "Look, this is going to cost about 1.25 billion to do this," and they're crapping themselves, and just getting the nod straight away. If we don't do this, the Xbox is dead. Just brilliant stuff. Really good listen. Anyway, I want to shout out also as well. I've been whoring myself around some other podcasts. Thanks,
have
guys,
been.
for having me on. I've had a lot of really, really nice comments, a few emails, and some of the people that have came back to me. Good for Gaming came back to me. Adamski, Steffi Business, FUD, Captain Kirk, Euthanasia, Terraform. Thank you very much for the really positive comments. Thank you for having me on the podcasts. To both Boss Wave and Mojo over the last few weeks. It's been great. And those are good podcasts. There's great guys, great communities like ourselves. Get on and listen to them. We shout out to Uncle Fista from the Midlife Gamer. He's been helping me with my beer addiction.
Have you downloaded
so-
the app? Is it been on about?
No, I've refused to download the app.
Untapped.
So
I
there's an
keep seeing he
untapped app.
keeps unlocking different things on Twitter.
So
He's a
the
beer
idea of
monster.
this app is you every time you drink a beer, and it has to be a unique beer.
Yeah.
You photograph it and
Speciality.
you dodge it. Yeah, and he's trying to drink different beers every day. So over here we drink fizzy beer, we drink American beer, not a lot of stout or real ales, and it's really an unknown thing to me. So he pointed me in the right direction to get me started, and some of the other guys from Midlife as well. So thank you. So thank you for that. And my final shout out would be to Trouser Fingers everywhere. Thank you.
Trouser fingers everywhere. Yes. I definitely want to shout out the three of you for making the podcast today. Thank you so much. Always fun talking to you guys. A shout out, of course, to Kim. Hope you feel better, Kim. A shout out to Richard Webster, Fraser Moores. They're sitting in the back wings. Always usually ready on the. Fraser turned us down again in terms of being able to podcast, and that's okay because he's a busy guy. It happens. Richard Webster has been loving, by the way, the Halo podcast, Hunt the Truth.
Oh, Hunt the Truth.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've still got to listen to that.
Me
I'm
too.
telling you, it's worth it. And a shout out to the listeners. Twitch is a fun place, and I know sometimes it gets a little crazy, and people can get a little excited, and they say stuff. I don't care. I want people in there participating. Have fun. This is all about fun. That's why we do it. We don't take ourselves seriously, so hopefully you're not trying to take us too seriously and just enjoy the banter back and forth. And I think that really does it. I think we are done. We can put the bow on this one, call it a podcast, and we will come back next.